Hi folks, I'm Tom Landis. I'd like to take a few minutes to share with you some of the things that you may want to take into consideration before you build or remodel your home. When you build or remodel your house, there are basically two different sides to the building community. On the one hand, you have the designers. On the other hand, you've got the builders. The designers consist of folks like architects, interior decorators, building officials, and the builders consist of trade contractors, suppliers, and manufacturers. The secret is for you to get a good fit between both aspects of the building community, to get a congruence between the designers and the builders. So if you take a look at the design community, you find that it's comprised of organizations like the American Institute of Architects, the American Institute of Building Design, the American Society of Interior Decorators, and these professionals pretty much follow a design sequence that's consistent throughout America. They go from schemas to design development to creating documentation to going out and doing bid negotiation, and then they watch for the integrity of the design during the implementation phase. In a very similar fashion, the build community is represented by organizations like the National Association of Home Builders, the National Association of the Remodeling Industry, and the Associated General Contractors. And they also follow a typical construction sequence. They go from site work to structural to the mechanical trades and into exterior finish and then the interior finish. So here you are doing your project. You're remodeling or building your home, and you've got to look in both directions. You've got to look towards the design professional and the build professional. You're trying to integrate both ways of thinking and create a good fit between them. So here's what you need to know before you build. You need to know that you need to have a common language or a vernacular, a way of communicating with the design build community. And the key words are time, money, labor, and materials. In other words, you need to know your schedule, your budget, and what contractors and suppliers you'll be pulling into the process. And most importantly, you have to work with folks who've done a project like yours. Because if you're working with a design or build professional who's done a project like yours, what that means is that they're going to be familiar with how much time, how much money, how much labor, and how much materials it takes to execute your work. And this means before your job even begins, you have to collaborate with architects, interior designers, trade contractors, suppliers, and manufacturers. If you're integrating these folks into your job after work begins, then you're already behind the 8 ball. What that means is before you even turn that first shovel of dirt, you need to have a complete set of drawings and specifications. And that means no allowances, no questions, no doubt in your mind what you're going to put into your home or remodel project. To start you going in the right direction, let me tell you about 2 different DVD sets that I use in my own office. One is from Fine Home Building magazine, and it highlights the best articles from the last 20 years of their publication. The other is from the Journal of Light Construction, and it also highlights articles from its 22-year publishing history. By using either or both of these DVD sets, you can go to the design build community and have a fairly good understanding of what you want to do on your own project, or at least know the right questions to ask. So, I say put them to good use. Alright, just let me summarize now. You need to create a good fit between the design and build communities. You need to have a common language that you use with professionals. Time, money, labor, and materials. And then you have to have a complete set of drawings and specs. Okay, that's what you need to know before you build or remodel. Hope it's helpful.